Yo, what's up, y'all? It's your man Ace back at it again. Just wanted to discuss my day trade recap for today, June 3rd. Nice win today, $2,500 basically minus fees, and feeling really good about the trade today and also this month because I've learned quite a bit from my performance last month in May. This is my performance in May, and I was doing pretty good despite these two significant losses here. And I explained this in the day trade, in my day trading community. It's actually a friend and I's Discord community where we invited our friends, family members, whomever is interested in learning about day trading, stock options. So it's called Make Trade Simple. But the key takeaways for last month, as I reflected on my performance, was that my win-loss frequency is strong. I was doing, as you can see here, that looks phenomenal. Like you can see the sea of green versus the red. And but here's the problem. 2 days, my losing days are very large. 2 days account for over 80% of my drawdown. Now, drawdown simply means if you have, for example, let's say $1,000 in your brokerage account total, 80% would be $800. So that would reduce your brokerage account to $200. And you don't want to do that. That's like a no-no. You don't want to reduce. Now, obviously, this won't hurt my brokerage account. I'm not going to say the specific dollar amount that I have in it, but this won't hurt my brokerage account. But it's still significant, though. Like a $5,000 loss is still significant. A $3,500 loss is still significant, based on my performance, what my average wins are, and so forth. So, this is my average win rate, which is $431. So when you compare the average win rate with the total loss for these specific trades, that's too much, right? That's basically 10 times more, 100 times, actually 1,000 times greater than what my average win rate is, right? So reflecting on this performance, I was like, I need to reduce this significantly from to roughly 5 to 7%. And that's what I mentioned here, is to limit the risk per position to 5 to 7%, which for a 10K position, and position is just simply the cost to enter the trade. So for me, I'm buying 10 contracts for Tesla, and that costs about 10K. Sometimes it's a little less, sometimes it's a little more. So it'll be around 10K. Now, 5 to 7% of that should be $500 to $700. And that's the max amount that I can risk per trade. Well, that was my initial goal, right? But what I decided to do after my trade review yesterday, where I lost $1,500. Let's go to it. So here is where, this is Monday, June 2nd. I traded AMD twice, all right, and I lost a total of $1,500. Now you can see I did stop out at my loss limit, which was close to 7%, as I mentioned, here previously. This was May 24th, when I wrote this in my journal on Discord. So I did that, but after reflecting on the average wins, I said, I think that's still too high. I think that's still too high. So what I decided to do instead was go into today with a risk limit of 1 to 3%. So as you can see here, we scroll up till today, starting with the 3rd, you can see every trade that I took, if it reached 3%, I got out. See this? 2%, 3, 1, and that was great, right? Because it allowed me to recover more quickly. You can see, keeping this with tighter, it allows me to enter more trades every time I see the setup. And yeah, this was pretty cool, man. So I'm pretty excited. Got 1,013, almost 1,400, 200, 1,300, 1,100. So as you can see for the day, minus the losses, because obviously it was like up to like over $4,000 or $5,000, but minus the obviously having to deduct the losses for the day, my profit was $2,400. Okay, $2,400. Pretty cool. Made up for yesterday's loss, and looking forward to the rest of this week. But this is the goal per week. You know, it's like $1,000 to $2,000 per week. So as you can see, like if I do that, that should get me close to like 7 to 10K per month. You know, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much my goal. So that's one aspect that I wanted to show you guys. This is just a quick recap for what I did yesterday and today, because I didn't provide my recap for yesterday. Typically I do these at the end of the week, but today there was a lot to discuss, so I'm going to end this video with the recap for today's trade. But I want to go in a little bit deeper in depth, and I'll show you guys a couple of things, okay? But obviously, to close out this video, great win today, sticking to my game plan, reducing my risk limit to 1 to 3% per trade, and worked perfectly today. So till next video, y'all, it's your man Ace dropping the mic right here. Stay tuned. Feel free to click on the next video to continue the explanation or recap of this entire trade, because there's something I want you guys to see that who's interested. So if you're interested, feel free to check out the next video. All right, later. Peace.